Hey everybody, Fletch from All Things Overlanding here. On today's 3-Minute Thursday, we're going to be talking about a new knife that I just purchased. And if you guys know me at all, you know that I'm kind of a knife guy. I like knives, but I'm also cheap, right? So like, while I recognize that Benchmade knives and all these expensive knives are fantastic knives with great quality, I also just have a hard time spending, $200 on a knife when I could get a bunch of other knives for that same price. Now, if you're using it every single day for a job, or if you are truly like a bushcrafter and you live in the woods, then obviously you're going to want one really good, really high quality knife that you can trust wherever you are. For me personally, though, it's more of a hobby. I go when I can on weekends, but I also try and save my money. I try to be a little bit smarter about the way that I distribute my money between gear. So today we're going to be talking about my new OLHM fixed blade knife. So if you want to learn more about this knife, if you want to see it in action, kind of see all the features. All right, guys, welcome back. So as I mentioned, today we're going to be talking about this OLHM TAC knife. It is a fixed blade knife. It's about 8 inches in total length. The blade is about 3.6 inches. And it weighs about 7 ounces, so about a half a pound. So I mean, it's a pretty hefty, good-sized knife. It has a really solid feel to it, which I love. But it just has some great texture to it. It really feels good in the hand. It fits perfectly in my hand. Another cool thing is it comes with this Kydex Sheath, which is pretty fitting. But I mean, look at this thing. It's so aggressive. Just a great looking knife, right? But it has a nice chunky heft to it again. Kind of what I'm thinking is it could be a self-defense knife. Like it could be just like an everyday carry type of knife if you wanted to intimidate some people. This would be a good way to do it. What I'm kind of picturing, because of how hefty it is, and also in the reviews I read a lot, that it's super razor sharp, and I can confirm that. But this thing is super sharp. So what I'm kind of picturing is, feather sticks and doing sort of like my bushcraft type of stuff. This will be a good option. Again, it's just a super cool looking knife. So I mean, honestly, I bought it because it was cool looking and I thought it was neat. But yeah, it's got a good heft to it. It's got a good feel to it. I like that it has this sort of sharpened blade that goes all the way around. It's made of 420 HC stone washed steel. Again, it's razor sharp. The other cool thing is that this Kydex Sheath comes with an adjustable belt hook on the back. And here's kind of the cool thing about how this works. So basically it's got this sort of clip here that pops up. You squeeze these two pieces here in, and then it opens. And then these spacers are movable, so you can just pop that out, and it's got a little sort of tooth on it, and you can move it to the slot that you want it to go into. So based on your belt width, you can customize it so that you don't have a lot of that. In a lot of cases, it just comes with like a universal sort of belt clip, and you're just stuck with whatever they've got. With this, you can move them around. So you could say, well, my belt isn't quite that wide, so I want to move it up to here. I have a really thin belt, let's say, right? You can move it up here, pinch that thing in there, close it up, pinch those in, put the lock on it, and then boom, you're set for a thinner belt. So I just think that's kind of a neat, feature that they put into this thing. It's just kind of nice that it's adjustable. Now, I personally generally wear a wide belt, so as you can see, I've got mine set to the widest settings. But I mean, I've got like a 2-inch leather belt that I generally wear from day to day. And this thing just fits perfectly in that. You lock it in, and boom, you're good to go. The other cool thing is it's got 2 Phillips head screws right here, and you can adjust it. So when I got this, the Kydex Sheath was actually turned this way on the belt clip. So it was a vertical hold knife, but it kept getting tangled in my shirt and all that stuff. It just wasn't very concealable. It stuck out the bottom of my shirt. It stuck up into my side and rubbed up against me all day long. So if you want to carry this thing every day, which fixed blades may not be the best option. Obviously, I carry a pocket knife, foldable pocket knife most of the time. But I really like this knife. I just think it's really sharp looking. And again, I plan to use it a lot when I go camping. So I just turned it around. You basically unscrew these 2 screws. There's a rubber grommet that goes in between the Kydex Sheath and the clip. And then on the back, inside of here, there are a couple of, you can use a flathead in there, and you may not be able to see this, but there are a couple of basically like reverse screws, if you will, that these seat into. So you basically undo the 2 screws, pull them out, and then you can move this Kydex Sheath around. You see there are 9 holes in here. So you can move them around however you want. So you can flip up the Kydex sheath and change the direction that the knife sits. So you could change it sideways, this way, that way, up, down, however you wanted to do it, you can change it around, which I just think is cool. I think it's great that they give you a lot of options as far as how you want to carry the knife. So again, kind of a really inexpensive fixed blade knife. So I just wanted to share this with you guys. I hope that that's interesting information for you. I hope that that's helpful. Based on my initial impressions, again, I've used it a few times, and it's just a great looking knife. It sits well on your back. I actually carry this on the back of me, sort of on the back of my belt, now that I've arranged the belt clip around. It could also go on the side really easily, but it's just a great thing to have around camp if you need to cut anything, sharpen anything. You know, if you're looking to do feather sticks or anything like that, it's got a good heft to it, a good bulk to it. It's very, very sharp, so you can definitely get some good control with it. So yeah, I honestly really like this knife. I think for 30 bucks, it's a great deal. So if you're looking for an inexpensive fixed blade knife that's a little bit hefty, kind of cool looking, this is a good option. So again, hope that's helpful for you guys. Hope that's some good information if you're looking at a knife like this. If you don't already, please consider clicking subscribe below. Click the bell to be notified when a new video drops. I do gear reviews called 3-Minute Thursdays every Thursday, obviously. And then every Sunday, I do a vlog/podcast where I kind of talk about overlanding stuff, my Nissan Xterra, just camping, that kind of stuff, like general outdoor type stuff. So again, if you're new to the channel, please consider clicking subscribe. And I'm glad to have you guys. And thanks for watching. We'll talk to you soon.